up, hotties? It's your girl, Hallie Gilmore. Grab your shoes, connect your headphones, let's go for a walk. It's time for a hot girl talk. HGT is a podcast for every woman ready to embrace their fullest potential. Hosted by me, HG, a powerhouse spanning the dance and model industry, corporate world, and all things personal growth. This show is your go-to guide for inspiration, motivation, and lessons that will change your life. Let's get into it. What's up, hotties? Episode 3. I'm coming into this so excited to share what I've been up to the past couple weeks. And I feel like I'm finally finding a groove with this podcast here. As you can see, if you're watching, I have my Hot Girls Talks sign hung up on the wall. And I kind of shifted views for sitting here. I'm like, okay, usually I sit in that chair. Let me switch it up and sit in this chair. Feel all the feels in this room. So I'm just on a high today. It's Friday. Oh my gosh. March has been flying by. I don't know about anybody else, but we're already halfway through the month and we're here. Spring is around the corner. So episode 3 is going to be on my spring non-negotiables and my favorite affirmations, some that I'd written down over the last year that I tell myself constantly to remind myself that I am that bitch. So I just want to share a little bit of insight. But before I get into that, I want to recap what's been going on in my life for the past couple weeks. So 2 weekends ago, I walked in the Winter Park fashion show for Ashley Snell collection in Winter Park. If you have not heard of Ashley Snell, this is your sign. It's like a fitness athleisure brand and the quality is insane. Ashley is amazing. She is a basketball wife, and that's kind of how I met her. She was filming for Basketball Wives of Orlando, and I got hired to work a photo shoot for her brand. We stayed connected, and that was 3 years ago. So thank you, Ashley, for having me walk in your show for your line. I had so much fun. I haven't really done runway like that often. I think this was, like, in my opinion, my first big fashion show. And this is only the beginning because I had so much fun. I would love to continue kind of that runway style in modeling. It's never really been in the cards for me just yet, but I did that shit and it was a lot of fun. So New York Fashion Week, here I come. Miami Swim Week, here I come. Side note, I did try out for Miami Swim Week a couple times and didn't get booked. So I'm not going to let that tear me down though, because I will run it back. Anyways, Winter Park Fashion Show was so much fun. I was surrounded by so many talented models, hair artists, makeup artists, fashion designers, videographers, photographers, the whole 9 yards. It was so good for my soul to kind of step back into that and just own. It's just a confidence boost for me. And so I was grateful to be asked to walk in that fashion show. And then after that fashion show, I worked my 9 to 5 throughout the week. I've been killing it slowly in my new job as an AP analyst, accounts payable on the accounting team. And it's very new for me what I'm doing, but I'm doing it and I'm getting gold stars along the way. So I'm doing something right. It feels like a lot, but hey, one thing at a time. So anyways, but that's honestly the boring side of my life, but it pays me the most money. So it's like, anyways, I went to a conference this past weekend, which I mentioned in the end of my last episode, called Rich Girl Conference. And the host of Rich Girl Cult/Culture is Brittany Hahn and John Hahn. They hosted this conference. They've been doing this for a while, and I went to my first one back in August. I went by myself. I didn't know anybody, and I walked out of there so inspired. And that's honestly partially why I was like, okay, I can really do this podcast. Like, I left that conference feeling great, ready to put in the work. And I left this past conference like, wow, mind shift. I'm so ready to start making money, start being confident in my brand, because right now I'm working on that. But anyways, long story short, the lessons that I learned are lifelong lessons that I will take with me between now and forever. And so yeah, I learned a lot about how to trust my intuition, to trust that gut feeling, and honestly listen with my heart. One of the speakers, Samantha, said, no phones, no notes, no laptops. I want your heart to hear this message. And that was so powerful to kick off the conference with. So everyone was like anxious, had their laptops out, like ready to take notes. And she was like, no. I want you to hear this from your heart. So that stuck with me. We also learned how to make an offer that will sell. And this conference is called Rich Girl Conference. Like, the goal is for everyone here to make money, to become rich. But that doesn't just mean rich in your finances and in your riches, but wealthy in your relationships, your family, love, health, happiness, like the whole nine yards. It's just being rich in abundance. And the community at this conference of powerful women and men, but mostly women, was so good. I'm still on a high from all of the amazing people that I talked to, the connections that I made, the inspiration that I found, and just the fire lit inside me to keep going and make that fire inside me light up even more. Spark that flame to where that fire is burning, and I feel that burning passion inside me. So that's kind of why I'm sitting here so excited to share. So yeah, Rich Girl Conference was amazing, and they really do teach you how to grow in your business and as an entrepreneur. So if you're interested in something like that, Rich Girl Conference New York City is happening August 20th and 21st. It's during the week. If you're interested in something like that, don't sleep. Put yourselves in those rooms that make you feel like you're growing. It might be a little uncomfortable to step into something that you haven't done before. That's good. We want that. So if there's more things like that pop up, I will be mentioning it, because this is like the only conference that I've really been to outside of like work conferences and stuff like that. So if you know of any, let me know. I will do the same. And I just want to say that I actually went out on a limb and bought VIP because I knew that it would bring value to me, because it gave me one-on-one time with the guest speakers. And that was like priceless. The connections I made with the guest speakers from this past weekend, I would do it all again in a heartbeat. It was worth every penny. Okay, moving on. Some bit of exciting news, guys. Drum roll. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to announce this. I booked my first photo shoot in Los Angeles this upcoming week. I leave this Sunday. I don't even know the date today. What's today? It is. Okay, it's the 14th today. And I leave Sunday, the 16th. This is right before St. Patrick's Day. And I'm shooting in LA Tuesday and Wednesday for Reebok. I've done a handful of shoots with Reebok before down in Miami. However, I've never gotten paid to travel outside of the state, specifically LA, to shoot. So this is a milestone moment for me. I'm soaking it in. I'm receiving it. I'm allowing myself to know that I put in the work to get there, and that's why they're paying me to travel, because the energy that I brought to those shoots was unmatched, and that's why they want to hire me again. So make sure that if you're in a room and you don't know these people, you're making good connections, you're putting your best foot forward, and you're networking, but also you're being yourself. You're not trying to put up this facade and be someone else. Like, I've gone to every shoot just being me, and now they want me to come back again and again. And now in LA, I'm freaking out. I'm so excited. So stay tuned for that. I will be I will be getting some behind the scenes content so I can post a vlog and just keep you guys updated, because eventually I will have an episode on my modeling journey and how I got signed with Wilhelmina Models Miami, and my journey to get signed with another agency currently, because right now I have a mother agent, New Smyrna Premier Models, and they're the ones facilitating like the jobs I'm getting right now, but the goal is to sign with a big agency again. So lots of things exciting in the works. And then a book that I just started reading is called The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. Sorry, allergies. Mel Robbins is a podcaster. She is a boss ass woman. And I don't know like her entire background, but I just started her book. It's like I'm only on chapter 2, okay? But I just have to share how incredible and it's like moved I am from her Let Them theory. I listened to her podcast on it like a while back, and it really does help me every single day, because there are things in my life that I want to like possibly maybe hold a grudge on, or I'm letting other people's energy and opinions affect mine. And I hate that for me. It's so unhealthy. It just takes away from my precious divine energy, and I'm no longer letting that happen, because I'm just letting them. You want to try to ruin my day, or you want to be in a bad mood, you want to believe something that's not true, let them. Oh, you don't agree with my values? Let them. Oh, you don't like this? Let them. You can't change people through and through. You cannot change people. You can try. You can put your all into like wanting the best for other people, but at the end of the day, they're going to do what they want to do. So you have to let them. And that right there is like really hard. Honestly, it's hard to fully have that mindset all the time. And it's not true for every single thing. Like there's a time and a place. If you have a little kid or a dog or who, and they want to run out into the busy highway, you're not just going to be like, oh yeah, let them. No. Okay. Be mindful. Once you let them though, then you let me. Okay, I'm going to let them act that way, but now I'm going to let me be happy. So, Mel Robbins, you're a queen. I'm manifesting she's going to be on Hot Girl Talks podcast. Let's do that. And then she'll have me on her podcast. Okay. So, anyways, my goal this year was to read a book a month, and I am behind. I keep starting books and then I don't finish them. So, if you're a reader, if you're a bookworm, please, I started a Court of Thorns and Roses series last year, and I got all the way up to the 4th book, and I just haven't read the 5th book because it's so big. I'm intimidated by it. Like, someone help. Anyways. Okay, enough of me yapping. Let's get into some spring non-negotiables that I'm going to implement that are non-negotiable, okay? And some of these aren't technically spring specific. Like these are things you can do throughout, but I'm going to try to keep it spring specific. So starting off strong, as we all know, spring cleaning, hotties, clean your space, filter out your house, like you filter out your camera roll or whatever. Like you clean out your filter every now and then. Clutter and we don't go well together. I used to be like a hoarder, and I still feel like I have a lot of stuff, but now I'm way more organized. And spring cleaning. I'm cleaning out my junk drawers. I'm going through my closet head to toe. I'm getting rid of clothes that I haven't worn in 6 months because fall season is out, baby. Florida, the next 8 to 9 months is going to be hot. Okay. So I'm getting rid of sweaters that I didn't wear. I am donating them, or I'm going to friends and saying, hey, will this fit you? Do you want it? You can have it. And I have a golden retriever. Kyle and we have a golden retriever, Brody. And so his hair is everywhere all the time. So of course we're constantly cleaning, but our house needs a deep spring clean. Like I'm talking pull the couch out, mop, vacuum behind the couch, under the bed, every single corner, every single fan is getting dust wiped. My bathroom, whoo! You do not want to look under my bathroom sink. Honestly, it's a shit show, and it needs a deep spring cleaning. So that's a non-negotiable for me. Of course, the kitchen. Kyle and I do a really good job of keeping things clean. But over time, months and months pass by, like you just collect more things. Like, and I know this is common for a lot of people, but like your Tupperware drawer or your Tupperware cabinet, I opened it yesterday and I was like, help. Somebody help. Like, why is it so messy? It needs help. Okay. And then our garage. Our garage is supposed to be like our home gym, and it is. But right now it's giving messy. So a deep spring cleaning, and I write down little to-do lists for Kyle sometimes because if I don't, he might not get to it because he just like doesn't really think about it. So I'm going to write a to-do list for him. And one of that is going to be like the garage. Because right now the attic's open. Like his golf stuff's everywhere. Honey, I love you. But like spring cleaning, baby. Okay. So you guys get the point. My car, I just did I cleaned my car yesterday. I ran through the car wash. I vacuumed. I feel so much better when my car is clean. Are you kidding? It's just, I don't know. You just feel better when your space is clear. Your mind is clear. It's true. Okay, moving on. Second spring non-negotiable, and this falls throughout the whole year, but specifically spring, healthy eating, home-cooked meals, and finding meals that are like spring-like. I'm going to go on Pinterest, and I'm going to find a few meals that just scream spring to me, and we're just going to cook them. And right now, it's getting warmer in Florida, so smoothies, hello, very seasonal, very springy, okay? And I love florals, and don't get me wrong, having flowers throughout like the year is great, but specifically spring. Like it's springtime, baby. The flowers are blooming. They're blooming. So buying myself flowers, of course. And this is a non-negotiable for me. And I'm going to be so hard on myself about it because it's really easy for me to slack in this department. But healthy dessert options. Kyle and I are sweet tooths, okay? We love our chocolate chip cookies. We love anything sweet. Yeah. But because hot girl summer is right around the corner, no, baby. I'm sticking to healthy dessert alternatives. Oats, bananas, and chocolate chip, like those, put those in the oven, roll them up in little balls. Like that's a much healthier cookie option. Getting ready for hot girl summer. And that leads me into my next spring non-negotiable. It's hot girl walks. I've got a couple hot girl walks in this past week. And when I tell you, it really does help me alleviate some stress. I said a walk a day keeps the stress away. And it's true. I'm out in nature. The sun is shining. I get to kind of forget about all the work that I have to do or all the cleaning that has to get done or what my next trip looks like. I just get to detach from that and go on my hot girl walk. And I'd listen to some podcasts as I was doing so, but I also like to listen to worship music and all types of music, all genres. But when I listen to worship music on my hot girl walks, there's just something about it that really like cures my anxiety for a moment. Like I truly feel so good. So non-negotiable. And also the weather is going to be so perfect in the spring here in Florida. Like summer is going to be pretty brutal, not going to lie. It's going to be really hot, but spring is going to be so nice. So a non-negotiable is hot girl walks, okay? Minimum 3 times a week, maximum 7 times a week. Okay, and then romanticizing my life. I try to do this daily. Lighting a candle romanticizes my life. I don't know, it just makes sense to me, but during the spring, I want to do things that are more outdoorsy, outdoor activities, going on a picnic, painting outside, like just things that, again, scream spring to me, like wearing florals, stuff like that. I'm just going to romanticize it, and I don't care what anybody says. I think you should do the same. So yeah, those are just a few non-negotiable spring items. Oh, one thing I do want to mention is body care. And I didn't say that without skipping skincare. Like skincare, yes, but I mean body care, like head to toe, my hair routine, my skincare routine, my moisturization from, the products I use in the shower. And then after the shower, like my scrubs, my lotions, my oils, all of that. I want to be so consistent when it comes to my self-care routines. And so that is also going to be a spring non-negotiable for me. And I think it should be for you too as well, because the more you take care of yourself externally, you also feel that internally. When you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you look good. I don't make the rules. Okay. I'm going to try to keep this episode not too long, so bear with me. I have my journal here, and I've written some affirmations last year that I want to read to you guys that really help me get out of my own way and just remind myself that it's okay. And if I tell myself these things, I will believe them. So, I am confident in my self-worth. And I want to say these and I want you guys to like sink them in your brain and maybe repeat them after me. So, starting over, I am confident in my self-worth. I want us to sit in that for a second because self-worth is something that we doubt. I doubt my self-worth. I might think I'm not good enough. I shouldn't be in that room because I'm not where these people are. Immediately, I'm taking away from how amazing I actually am. So, repeating to myself daily, I am confident in my self-worth, say it loud and proud, will immediately shift your day to be like, okay, anything I do today and everything I want to do tomorrow I am worth it. And I can do it, okay? I am deserving of love and healthy relationships. I am deserving of love and healthy relationships. I know this is true. I know I deserve love. I have a healthy relationship, and I am deserving of that. If you're seeking that, Say this affirmation because the more you say it, the more you believe it, the more you will attract it. I honor myself by setting healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries are so important. They're so pivotal to how you go about your life. If you don't have healthy boundaries, you're allowing everyone to come into your space and to take energy away, and that's just not good. So, baddies, hotties, girlies, set healthy boundaries. And don't think that it's being selfish, because it's not. Sorry, guys. I'm checking to make sure no one's messaged me on Teams, because this is my lunch break, technically. Okay, moving on. There's a lot here, and honestly, I would love to read all of them. I'm going to maybe skim through some of them, but they're all so important that I need you guys to hear them. I radiate love and attract love in return. I prioritize my health and well-being. Let me say that one again. I prioritize my health and well-being. Health is the most important takeaway from life. If you're not healthy, it's really hard to be happy. And I know that because at one point I was not healthy. And I was not happy because of it. So if you have a healthy body, tell yourself, I'm grateful for my healthy body. Thank you, God, for my healthy body. Someone is praying to have the same abilities that you do. So make sure you prioritize that. Health comes first. I'm living a life of love, joy, and fulfillment. I heard something at this past conference that said, if you feel exhausted, you're most likely not exhausted, you're unaligned. And actually that did strike a chord, because I feel like when I get exhausted with like my 9 to 5, I do feel like I'm unaligned. I don't feel like my 9 to 5 is my purpose. So then I do feel like I'm so exhausted from work that I just feel unaligned. In that scenario, I believe that's true. But I know for Kyle, his job is so exhausting. He's been in academy for 6 weeks. They're cutting up concrete. They're using torches. They're dealing with semi-trucks. Like, that is so exhausting, but he is the most aligned he's ever been. So it's like give and take, that if you're exhausted, you're just unaligned. Could be true in some cases, but it's not true in every case. But anyways, do things that fulfill your soul, that pour into your cup, not take away. I'm big on saying that because recently I've had so many people and experiences that have been filling into my cup, like pouring into my cup. And I used to have a lot of people take away from my cup, and I hated that. So moving on. I embrace change and welcome growth. Hotties, I know you can relate to this one. We're all changing. We're all evolving. Most of us are between the ages of 20 and 40. I don't know. My target audience, I'm still figuring that out. I believe it's the ages between like 25 and 35, but I don't want to like put specific ages on that. I'm just talking to the business side of it, like who my target audience is. But no matter what phase you are in life, no matter what age, you're always changing. Even if you don't notice those big changes, eventually that will come. I know when I hit age 25, my body changed, my mindset changed, so many changes happened, and I was welcoming that. And so welcome that change, embrace the change, embrace the journey, know that growth can be scary, it can be uncomfortable, but it shouldn't always be. If you're changing and growing for the better, accept that, believe that. I am exactly where I'm meant to be. I say this so much. I am exactly where I'm meant to be. Even if I'm like doubting my career, my friends, anything, if I'm doubting it, I stop myself and I'm like, nope, I'm actually exactly where I'm meant to be. Because the next phase of my life, this is preparing me for that. So, say that one with me. I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. Good job, hotties. Okay, a few more. I am boldly creating a life I love. Whew, that one. I love that one. The key word here is boldly. I am boldly creating a life I love. Don't do it subtly. Don't do it quietly. Do it boldly. You have one chance of life on this earth. Do it boldly. Do it loudly. Do it proudly. I have the power to change my life. Yes, you do. You absolutely do. At any moment, at any point in time, you can change something in your life. If you're unhappy about the way you look in the mirror, you can change something, girl. I know you can, because I'm talking to myself too. If you don't like your friends, if you don't like the advice that they're giving, if you don't like the activities that they're doing, change it. What's the worst that could happen? Okay. Getting there. I attract positivity and opportunities effortlessly. I'm going to say that one again. I attract positivity and opportunities effortlessly. Why can't I say that word? Effortlessly. Just by being who you are, you do attract positivity and opportunities just by being you. Because you are unique. There's only one of you. There's only one of me. And that is my superpower, and that is your superpower, okay? What you do it effortlessly because no one else can do it like you, period. Last one. Every day and every way, my life gets better. Every day and every way, my life gets better. And that can be 1% better. That can be 10% better. You have the power to shift your life. You do not have to stay in the same place. In fact, if you're staying in the same place for too long, you're not going to be happy. Change is good. Go through the motions, find what fulfills you, and follow your heart. Chase your dreams. That is the goal of Hot Girl Talks podcast. I'm here to inspire you to continue to chase your dreams. I'm doing it right now. I'm sitting in this chair. I'm talking to a camera. It might sound silly, but this is me chasing my dreams. I had a dream of creating a podcast to inspire women to never give up. I'm doing it. I'm living my dream right now. Am I receiving all the benefits and the things that I know I could create out of this podcast yet? No. Keyword, yet. I'm not there yet, but I'm doing the steps I need to take to get there. So, besties, hotties, baddies, I love you so much. Thank you for tuning into episode 3. I hope you guys took something away from this episode and that you're excited for episode 4. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Hot Girl Talks podcast, and I will catch you next time.